I want to help you gain clarity with regard to how you can make error-free communication your school's culture. My name is Abdulbaki Hassan. I am an applied communication expert and the lead tutor at Flying Colors Communications Academy, where we help children and adults improve their communication skills, enhance their communicative competence, and increase their English proficiency levels. This is about you, not about me. So let's get it started. How to make error-free communication your school's culture. First of all, let's talk about the topic. What is error-free communication? Because most times it is discovered that a lot of people do not even understand the meaning of communication, not to talk of error-free communication. Some school owners come to me and say, Teacher Abdulbaki, I want you to come train my teachers in phonics. When I ask them, what do you mean? They start saying, I want you to teach them how to speak well, how to write well, how to communicate with others. That is not phonics. If you do not get the terms of your problems right, you're not going to be seeking the right solutions. If you go to Google now and say, I want to learn phonics, Google is going to show you something entirely different from I want to learn effective communication skills. They're all different things. So what is error-free communication? Before I get started with that, let me tell you what error-free communication is not. When you know what it is not, it is easier for you to cancel the misconceptions that you have with regard to error-free communication and now bring forth the right belief towards understanding the meaning of error-free communication. First of all, error-free communication is not about speaking in a particular accent. It's not about saying, You see a lot of Nigerians and Africans today, and when you hear them speak, it's just as though they're singing in schools, primary schools, secondary school. I want to go to the math. They want to go to the friend. They want to manazanazin. That is not speech. That is not communication. Diction is not about speaking in a particular accent, American accent or British accent. That's not the goal of error-free communication. Error-free communication is not about speaking through your nose. That's not what error-free communication is. It is not about speech only. Error-free communication is a lot of things brought together. Active listening, fluent reading, we have writing, underwriting, you have error-free writing, you have technical writing, you have creative writing, you have story writing. Story writing itself, you have fiction, you have non-fiction, a lot brought together. Communication skills, listening, reading, writing, speaking. It's not just one thing. Under speaking, you have a lot of things. You have elocution, you have diction, you have speeches, you have speaking on the spot. It's not just one thing. You have voicing, you have non-verbal cues, you have content. You have presentations, you have broadcasting, you have voice acting. Not just one thing. Error-free communication, it's not just about the things that come out from your mouth, not just speeches. It transcends those things. It's both internal, the things that are inside you, and also external, a lot of things brought together. Error-free communication is not also about speaking like a certain person. It's not like sounding like your best English teacher, your favorite presenter on TV. No, that's not error-free communication. What is now error-free communication? What is communication itself? Communication is when you pass a message and the person you're passing that message to understands what you're saying. Communication has happened. Aside from the role of you passing a message across, we also have the impressive nature. You also need to conform with certain standards in order to pass that message across, so that the person you're passing the message across to gets the message and also takes the action. For example, there is a certain way with which you speak. Yes, you're saying that thing right, but people are going to laugh first of all, even if you're talking about something serious, because you're not taking the second step of being impressive or taking the standards of that society. So when you want to communicate error-freely, you have to make sure your messages are being passed and they also conform to certain societal standards. I know we like to say, oh no, I like to do my own. I like to bring my own style. Not with regard to language proficiency. You need to speak well. You need to speak the right way. You need to follow the conventional rules of grammar, at least at the basic level when you speak, when you communicate. So those are the things that you need to consider whenever you want to communicate. Error-free communication, passing across your message, and conforming to conventional rules. That's it. Now let's go back to the topic again. Remember, the topic is making error-free communication your school's culture. What is a school? It is not compulsory that you have a building. It is not compulsory that you market something where people come in to learn. Any space where you learn, where you teach, is a school in this context. So when we're talking about a school here, we're talking about every citadel, every learning opportunity, your houses, your offices, your homes, everywhere, your schools, they are all schools in this context. And when we talk about culture, the last word in that topic, we're talking about the ways of life. Culture is not sacred. Culture is available. Culture can be transported. Culture can be transferred with knowledge, with documentation. With this explanation, I am assured that we now understand what the topic of this class is all about. Making error-free communication our school's culture. Communication in a way that is flawless. And we're now using that communication in a way that is normal to us, the same way we eat, the same way we consume, not sacred. It's just normal to us to communicate in ways that are error-free. This is going to bring a lot of benefit to your schools as a school owner. It's going to help with your marketing. The best of marketing that you can ever do is showcasing your product. And your product are your learners. When people see that they're communicating well, if you see the way those kids are communicating, they can show communication skills. They cannot show physics. They cannot show chemistry or mathematics or calculation. Those things that they need to cram, and they can't be walking on the wood and start saying social studies can be defined as chemistry, 20 elements in chemistry, but they can speak with other people outside and people would watch them and feel they can show confidence, they can present, they can attend events, introduce themselves and make people wonder, wow, which school are you attending? So they're marketing for you. Aside from that, it's the world of social media. If you want to run Facebook ads, YouTube ads, the best of ads you can ever run is that ad showcasing your learners, speaking well, communicating properly. People are not going to start asking, do they know physics in that school? Do they know chemistry? I hope, because when they communicate well, communication is greatly linked to your identity. If you have your PhD, you are a professor, and when you speak, we cannot see content, we cannot see vibrance, we cannot trace any level of education. We're going to start asking, why didn't you go to school? What happened? But if we find another person who only finished primary level, common entrance, and ever since they did not go back to school, but they can speak well, we start asking them, what's your PhD topic? Can you see? So the way we speak is so linked with our identity. It's the way people perceive us. Oh, this person is highly educated. Not because you saw the person's CV, but because of the way the person communicates their ideas. And that is a core reason you want to take your learners to the next level. Marketing is important. Getting more learners into your school is important in order to take that school to the next level. Another reason is because most of the exams, the tests your learners are going to be taking are so linked, always linked to language proficiency. No examiners would ask your learners to bring their brains or bring the brain. Let me see. Did you read? Did you study? No, they're going to be asked to display that knowledge through communication most of the time. They're going to be asked to read. That's a form of communication. They're going to be asked to write their answers. Writing is a form of communication. They're going to be asked to do oral test, interviews. That's another form of communication, because communication is what brings what is inside us. So as a school owner, in order to help your learners pass their exams in those subjects like chemistry, mathematics, physics, agriculture, even topics that are not linked to language like English or Yoruba, as the case may be, they still need to perfect their communication. Two reasons: marketing and relevance. These two core reasons should make you want to strive in order to help your learners improve their communication skills and communicate in ways that are devoid of errors. Remember, once again, the topic is making error-free communication your school's culture. Now, let's talk about the strategies most school owners use in order to ensure that their kids, their learners, their children communicate in an error-free manner. The irony with regard to these strategies is the fact that these strategies are the core reasons the school owners are not getting the desired result. They're using this strategy in order to scale, in order to make something possible. Conversely, these strategies are drawing them back. These strategies are not allowing them to achieve what they actually want to achieve. What are these strategies? First of all, syllabus blind strategy. This is when you feel we have to follow the syllabus. A to A, B to B, C to C, Z to Z. It doesn't happen that way. The syllabus was not formed with you in mind, with your learners in mind. The syllabus is formed with a lot of things, a lot of factors. Oh, they should know this before this. So you get to some schools and you see that they do not even know what they need to know in order to start with that syllabus. A child is in SS2. You enter the class to start teaching adverbial clauses, for example. But this same child does not even understand the meaning of adverbs. That's a problem in itself. The child does not have the required knowledge in order to understand what you want to teach, but you are about, let's teach what is in the syllabus. Let's do this. It is the way it was written in the syllabus. We have to follow the syllabus. That's a strategy that will not work for you if you want your kids to communicate in ways that are flawless, in sentences that are devoid of errors. During my NYC, I was posted to a school, my PPA, place of primary assignment, to teach English. When I got to the class and introduced myself, when we started, I saw that the kids do not even have the basic knowledge to start learning oral English. I had to go create a separate syllabus for them in order to make things work, and we got the result. This is the kind of thinking you should have as a school owner, as a teacher. It's not only about the syllabus. The syllabus may not be capable of solving your immediate problems. So you need to tweak things, bring forth things, remove some, add some, as the case may be with regard to the people that you are teaching. Second strategy that most school owners use, but those strategies do not work, is no vernacular strategy. A lot of people say, so that is not also working. Yes, it is not also going to work, because it's just natural for the kids to speak their mother tongue. Aside from that, the mother tongue, L1, linguists will tell you that linguists and language experts will confirm to you that it's the knowledge of the L1 that helps you strengthen the knowledge of the L2. You need to understand the L1 in detail and then transfer that knowledge. When you're teaching English to second language speakers, you should not teach it as though you're teaching it to native speakers of English. You do not compulsorily need to have everything explained in English. You may need to go back to their L1, their mother tongue, their Yoruba, their Igbo, their Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Ibira, in order for them to understand the concept so well. So do not shy away from this. A lot of projects, a lot of researches have confirmed that the best way to teach the L2 is by using the L1. So when you say no vernacular, no vernacular, no vernacular, they're still going to have spaces to speak the vernacular. You can still leverage that vernacular in order to help them get the desired result. So syllabus blind strategy does not also work. The third is employing a diction teacher strategy. Diction, the act of pronouncing words clearly, is just one out of a lot of other things that your learners need to thrive in the world of communication. Grammar is more important than pronunciation. Critical thinking is more important than pronunciation. They have to think. They need to have the content inside them before they start pronouncing the words clearly and correctly. You need to have a lot of other things: active listening, creative writing, error-free writing, technical writing, exposure. They need to be exposed to a lot of things in order to use words. Vocabulary development. All of these things are important, and you cannot have teachers for creative writing, teachers for diction, teachers for language proficiency, teachers for speeches. They all need to come together under one subject, English, just as guided by the Ministry of Education. Another thing that happens when you have a diction teacher separately for teaching is that you make it sacred. You're not making it cultural anymore. You're not striving to make it a way of life. Imagine the diction teacher comes in. Whenever you want to pronounce words that have TH, you need to bring your tongue between your upper and lower teeth. As in thought, the past tense of think, as in mathematics, as in farm. Thank you. That's the class for today. When the teacher leaves and the mathematics teacher comes in, the teacher is going, today we have mathematics. What is today's date? Tell it for me. We have arithmetic. We are going to start with the arithmetical. What just happened? The mathematics teacher just destroyed what was taught by the diction teacher. Why did that happen in the first place? Because you decided to make it sacred. When the diction teacher is around, speak well. The diction teacher is going to teach you well. When the mathematics teacher is around, let the mathematics things are not together anymore. The students now have, when this teacher is around, this is the way I need to speak. When that teacher is around, this is the way I need to communicate. That way, it is not cultural, it is disturbing, it is sacred, because you're making it restricted to a certain person, to a certain setting, to a certain place. Now, what are the strategies that actually work? I have a lot here, about 10, but because of our time, I want this to be short for you to get the idea of everything within a short period. So I am going to give you 3 strategies out of the 10 strategies that I have here. First of all, you should employ the all of us are involved strategy. Everyone should be involved. The teacher, the school owner, the homeschooler, the parent, everyone should be carried along. This is what you should be. They should have the idea. They should, you didn't pronounce it the way you ought to pronounce it. Everyone should be on their toes. Everyone should want to communicate error-freely. The cleaners, the non-teaching members of the staff, everyone should be told right from their appointments. In this school, we communicate error-freely. In this school, if you're going to be working with us, this is the way we communicate. Error-free communication is our culture. This is the way we project ourselves. This is what we want everywhere. This is our standard. The cleaners should know. The non-teaching members of the staff should know. They should have it in their minds. Everyone should be at alert to speak well, to write well, to read fluently, to listen actively. Second, the syllabus does not live with us strategy. The syllabus is not with you. The syllabus does not understand the problems, the specific problems that your learners have. So most times you have to tweak, most times you have to apply senses. Do not follow the syllabus blindly in order to get the desired result that you want, especially in the aspect of language proficiency. Try to ask yourself, what are the problems that they have? So most times you have to tweak, you have to blend, you have to remove, you have to edit, you have to be creative. Do not follow the syllabus blindly, because the syllabus does not live with you. Strategies that always work. First of all of us are involved strategy. Secondly, the syllabus does not live with us. Third, very, very important, the most essential of all, create the environment. Let the environment be really involved, because as social human beings, we are products of our environment. The things we know, the things in our brains, they are the product of the things we encounter inside our environment. Here, I always ask people the question, let's imagine you know two people, Bolanle and Regina. Bolanle likes bread a lot. Bolanle can eat bread for Africa. Bolanle is always interested in eating bread. When Bolanle sees bread, Bolanle forgets this. And you also have Regina. Regina is indifferent. If Regina sees bread, she eats. If not, she'll not. She's just indifferent. She does not like bread. She does not hate bread. At a point in time, Bolanle started living very far away from the bakery, miles away from the bakery. Before Bolanle gets there, she needs to take Uber, from Uber to Okada, from Okada to taxi, before she gets to a place where she can buy bread. However, Regina lives beside a bakery. Who do you think would eat bread the most? Definitely Regina. Why? Because Regina is now in that environment. If Regina wants to eat at night, there is nothing to eat bakery. Despite the fact that she does not like or hate bread, she still consumes bread much more than Bolanle, who really likes bread. Why? Because of the difference in the environment. That's the same thing that happens if you want to make error-free communication a culture in your school. You need to have things around them, teaching them error-free communication, not just the teachers. When they come to school, they should see error-free communication on the walls. They should see error-free communications in their teacher. They should see error-free communication in the materials that they use, their learning aids. And that was what inspired my printing and production of these charts. We have 5 of them, wallpapers, charts that you can have in your classrooms, in your learning environment, in your schools. This teaches clear diction, all the sounds, the 24 consonants, the 20 vowels. We're talking about sounds now, not the letters. Everything is here, plus commonly mispronounced words. You have them here. Glossy, well designed with images. No one will see this and not want to take a second look. Pictures, examples, sounds, explanation. We also have this for error-free writing. The common mistakes learners, writers, people usually make when they write. Everything is there with regard to sentencing in detail. All the major mistakes that people usually make when they write sentences, everything is here, summarized and beneficial. We have this, the Rules of Concord. The Rules of Concord really essential in the world of grammar. We simplified the explanation and we called this the Simplified Rules of Concord. Everything with examples, pasted, lessons, quality lessons in textbooks now on your walls. Imagine punctuation marks and the functions, the common punctuation marks, 8 of them explained with examples. We have the part of speech. Some people will tell you, which one is preposition again? Which one is conjunction? An adverb, adjective. Now have it somewhere in your room. Have it somewhere in your classroom. Teaching you the content at all times. You won't forget because you always have the calls to go back to them. Each pack comes with all these papers, 5 of them. Clear diction, error-free sentencing, and the Rules of Concord. For 25,000 naira only, you can get 1 pack of 5 wallpapers, and they come with access to 15 video lessons. The video lessons are not in form of CDs or discs. You get the links to them and you can watch the videos on your phone, just the way you're watching me now. On your phone or your laptop, you can watch and see everything that is being explained in detail. These are basic topics in language proficiency that every user who wants to communicate error-freely should have. Aside from that, interestingly, once you pay your 25,000 naira, you get your 5 wallpapers delivered, access to 15 video lessons, plus free delivery. You do not need to start asking, hey, I'm in Lagos, hey, I'm in Port Harcourt, hey, I'm in Abuja, how much is the delivery? I hope the delivery is not that. Don't worry. Once you order, you place your order, you get your payment confirmed, the delivery becomes free for you. So what else are you waiting for? They're well designed. The words are carefully chosen, so they're suitable across all ages and levels. Let your kids have them. You yourself can have them. School owners, teachers, homeschoolers, parents, guardians, children, you can all use these wallpapers. You can all learn from them. What are you waiting for? Go to this link to read more about it if you need more details, or come to our WhatsApp. Tell us the number of packs that you want. Each pack comes with 5 wallpapers and it costs 25,000 naira only. Come to our WhatsApp, make inquiries, go to the website, place your order as well, and let's make that error-free communication be at our fingertips in our schools, homes, and offices. Success at your fingertips.